Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you do not know me, if you have never seen my face before, hello, my name is Ebony. I am a human design expert as well as a coach, and on this channel we talk about human design, basically. So today we're going to be talking about two lines, but before we get into the actual meat of the video, if you are interested in learning more about your human design energy type, my human design energy type workbooks are for sale now in the link in my description, and you can purchase those, which will take you step by step how to come into alignment with your specific energy type, which is, it's basically like working one-on-one with me without the one-on-one price. It's much more accessible and affordable than actual one-on-one coaching with me. So there is that. Also, I'm rolling out a new service. For those of you who don't want an entire reading, you just want to know specific things about your chart, or say you're running a business and you want to learn how to use specific elements of your chart in your business to your advantage, I am opening up email coaching. So I will have 1, 5, and 10 email coaching, which basically gives you either 1, 5, or 10 questions. You can ask me about your specific chart and we'll just go over those elements. So you don't have to pay for a full reading, you don't have to pay for full coaching, you can just ask the questions that you need answered and, be on your way. So that will also be in the link in my description box. And if you are interested in, booking a reading with me or checking out some of my free resources, everything is in the link in my description. So that's that. So we're going to be talking about the Hermit today, which is the 2 line. And the thing that is, I think, really cool and really interesting about 2 lines is that you don't necessarily have to learn from other people, or you don't learn in the traditional way. You are born with innate knowledge and understanding of things, right? You're born very naturally wise people, which is great, because you don't have to worry about really going out and finding the knowledge, because all the knowledge that you really need to be successful is already within you. You're very naturally gifted, and you're very naturally talented. But the thing is, because basically everything that you need to know is already in you, you need to make sure that you are spending conscious time by yourself, conscious time alone, in order to process it and sift through it and really understand all of the knowledge that you have, because it can be very overwhelming, especially for those of you who have gate 48. I believe it's gate 48, which is the gate of inner depth. You have so much information, you have so much knowledge that it's hard to retrieve it, and it's hard to process it when you're constantly surrounded by people, or you constantly have people asking you about things. It's very difficult for you to be able to retrieve that information unless you take time to process it and work through it on your own. So for you, this is why I call the Hermit. For you, you need that alone time. You need that space to be able to do your own thing, to play, to journal, to process, however it is that you process information, however it is that you retrieve that knowledge from within your own consciousness. That's what you need to set aside time, if not daily, weekly, to do. Let yourself play. Let yourself, sit. Let yourself meditate. Whatever way works for you that allows you to process the immense amount of information that you have within you, basically. You learn from yourself. You learn from yourself, and you learn best when you're alone. And this can get kind of sticky, because people who don't have 2 lines in their profile aren't always going to understand this. They're not always going to understand why you don't want to come out with it. They're not going to understand, why you don't want to go to certain events, or why you just need time to rest or play or just do things by yourself. They're not going to get it. And it can feel very isolating. I have 2 friends that are 6'2", and they're like, I always feel like, I feel like, when I have friends, like, I feel like I'm letting them down because they'll text me and I won't text back. Like, and I just feel like, I'm not being a good friend because we don't talk all the time, and I feel like it's my fault. It's just how you're meant to operate. And they're friends. These 2 6 friends that are my friends, they're friends. And they're like, but with this person, it's so different. Like, we can go months without talking to each other, and all of a sudden we link up, and it's magic. Like, we were never not together. That's how it is for you. So when you are not cutting yourself off, I don't want to put it that way, but when you isolate yourself, you're not doing it to make that person feel bad. You're not doing it because you don't want to be around that person. You're doing it because there are things that you need to work through. Not like a bad way, but in order to do the work that you're meant to do in this world, you need to have that time to get the information. Right? Like the 3s, we need to experiment. We need to go through trial and error. The 1s, we're going to talk about them in another video. And for you, it's about going inward. It's about taking that time for yourself. And there is nothing wrong with that. But it's important, number 1, for you to set strong boundaries. And number 2, for you to let it be known that it's not you. It's not you, it's me. It's not you. This is something I need to do for me. It's not that I don't want to come out with you. It's not that I don't like you. It's not that I don't want to text you back. I just need time for me. I need more time than the average person to be alone, so I can really tap into my knowledge, my understanding of things, because the opportunities that come into your life have to be aligned for you as a 2. And the only way that you're going to be able to really step into those opportunities and step into the person that you are meant to be is if you are able to tap into that knowledge, which you can only do if you're by yourself. And back to opportunities, you need to make sure that you are only taking on opportunities that feel aligned for you. Because like for the 3s. Remember when I said, if you saw the 3-line video? For 3 lines, we need to make sure that we are only taking on problems that we feel equipped to solve. It is the same thing for you. You're not solving a problem, but it is important for you to only take on opportunities that feel aligned for you. Meaning you're not just excited isn't the right word. You're not just aligned to the end goal or the result, you are aligned to the journey. So if there is something that you want to do, or if there's something that you want to accomplish, but the way of getting there does not feel aligned for you, that is not the opportunity for you. Oh, but the result, no. No. No, for you, the entire process has to be aligned. And I want you to be careful not to let people talk you into the idea that sometimes you just have to do things you don't want to do. There is always a way. There's always a way for you to get to a specific result in a way that feels aligned. Always a way. Always a way. We live in the realm of infinite possibilities. You are not going to sit here and tell me that there's absolutely no way for you to do something that doesn't require you to do something that you don't want to do. You cannot convince me of that. You cannot convince me of that. I'm sorry. There is a young man in the world somewhere who is making 6 figures a month selling yo-yos. You can't convince me. I'm sorry that you can't convince me. Sorry. I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry. The last thing that's very important for two lines is that it's very uncomfortable for you to be in situations where you feel like you have to explain your knowledge or explain your understanding of things. Because the fact of the matter is, you were born with all the information that you will need to know. So you can't really explain how you know what you know, because what is my hair doing? You cannot explain how you know what you know because you were born with the knowledge. It was just there. You came into the world and there it was. So when you're in, like, if someone asks you, oh, how do you know all this? Or like, how do you know that's true? Or this, and that. And it's like, I just fucking know. Like, I just fucking know. Take it or leave it. Because this whole me explaining to you why I'm smart, we're not doing this. You're making me uncomfortable. That's literally how you're going to have to approach things. Because people are going to ask you, how do you know this? Like, why do you know this? Where did this come from? I don't know. Does it matter? Does it really matter? But yes. So you're not always, sometimes you might, you're not always going to be able to explain how you know what you know. You just know it. And you don't have to explain yourself. You do not have to know how you know what you know. You know it. Who cares? Who cares how? It's dumb. Like, stop asking me. Stop asking me how I know, how you know what you know. Exactly. You don't have to be that aggressive with it. It's just that, yeah. Okay, so a summary for two lines. You're very innately knowledgeable. You were born with all the knowledge and the information that you will ever need. You're naturally talented. You're naturally gifted. It is important for you to only take on opportunities that feel aligned for you. If it doesn't feel aligned, don't do it. Period. It's not for you. Move on. Do not feel pressured to explain your knowledge, to explain why you know the things that you know. You don't have to explain that to anyone because it doesn't fucking matter. I'm just this fucking smart. Take it or leave it. And you need to make sure that you are constantly taking time to yourself to play, to process, to journal, to meditate, whatever it is that you need to do in order to access the innate knowledge that's within you. Okay, so, oh my God, I'm gonna get this hair together, I promise. That is it for two lines. I hope this video was helpful. Again, if you are interested in my human design energy type workbooks, check the link in my description. If you're interested in my email coaching, link will be in the description. And if you're interested in getting a reading from me, the link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.